My name is Mattia Tombolan, and I am a Brembo race engineer for Brembo Racing in MotoGP. The main decision maker factor is temperature. You need to balance the decision based on how much energy is going into the brake disc, and based on that we can decide which disc will take this energy and transform it in heat, and after that we can decide which disc will be in the more correct temperature zone. This is made also thanks to the data available from previous years, which is basically also an important factor for us because we are present on MotoGP for many years now. So we know already before going to the specific track how the condition will be, so we can give the teams the more correct possible possibility. The compound at the moment has been pretty much stable for many years now.
Okay.
What has been changing is the geometry of pads and disc, but the material inside pretty much has been very similar in the past years. We have evolved how we design pads and disc to make it more comfortable with the aerodynamics that the bikes can develop now. Also, as you have seen, the 355 disc with the fins can work pretty closely with the air duct that the teams can develop on the bikes to help the heat goes away from the disc. One thing that can help in this development is knowing the rider from the previous category. You know, coming from Moto3, Moto2, you can really see a pattern of how the rider prefer to brake. This is also pretty helpful for us. Otherwise, we base our knowledge, of course, on the comment of the rider, but also on the data that we acquire specifically on the master cylinder. As you saw before, we have the possibility to acquire the lever stroke, and by mixing this data with the pressure of the system and the temperature, we know where we typically prefer to have his lever, his feeling, his brake zone. So we are able also to replicate this feeling as much as possible on the further events. I pretty anticipate, I think, this, but basically lever stroke, the pressure on the braking system, the temperature on the disc are the main three topics that we check. But of course, we check also the front wheel speed to check if there is some locking effect. We check the temperature of the pads, temperature of the caliper. Of course, temperature is the biggest, could be an enemy, could be a friend of us. We need to know how to deal with it. And yeah, pretty much this one. Also the rear brake also has play a little part, not specifically in the hard braking, but more on the trail braking in the inside the corner to adjust the trajectory of the bike. Still has something to can be said. For example, this is where the rider can change a lot. They're specific. Some rider prefer to use only the right foot. Some rider can use the thumb or the finger on the left handlebar. The first that came up to my mind is Spielberg.
Okay.
After that, we have Buriram in Thailand, Motegi in Japan, and a couple of years ago, actually also India.
Oh, yeah.
The Buddha circuit was incredibly interesting, challenging for us. Not only for the temperature of the weather, because it was very, very hot, but also brake disc was more hotter than we expected. But this is something also that when you talk about different rider, the choice can be very difficult, very different, because you can play not only where the rider actuates the rear brake, foot, the thumb or finger, but also on the rear you can change the dimension of the caliper and also the dimension of the diameter of the disc, the compound of the pads. This is something where you can play more compared to the front somehow. And yes, it's not relevant in terms of hard braking. I mean, when you're braking hard on the front, the rear is not taking too much deceleration, but it's more on the riding style of the rider that helps the rear brake. And this is something that we work very closely to the rider. And if you know that one rider is working with a specific set in one season, then if the next season they change team, they change bike, usually they want to bring with them this kind of solution. So the teams came to us on the October, November of the previous season. They says, look, this rider will come to us, what type of breaker he is, what does he use now, what can we bring also to our bike next season. So this is something that we do also every season. I will say in terms of hydraulic part, so motor cylinder and caliper, the components can we say are standards for racing, even though we know MotoGP, all the components are pretty much prototypes. So of course both motor cylinder and caliper are machined for one single piece, so are both monoblock, and as you can have on Superbike. The real changer compared to the other world racing event championship is the friction material, which is of course carbon material. We call it carbon because basically is a different layer of carbon material with, have you seen, are basically tissue that are connected between each other by carbon itself. These are made in specific oven with specific temperature, pressure, and atmosphere that helps this different layer to connect to each other and bring up the density of the carbon material. These require a lot of time, and also after having the semi-product, you need to machine this semi-product properly because it's kind of fragile. So you need to work with a proper characteristic, and having the carbon disc ready from the first order to the delivery could take between 6 to 9 months. This is why also the price of this component is pretty high, and it's difficult to have it on a street bike. The other reason why you don't have it on a street bike is because carbon material works properly. I mean, is able to deliver a specific friction coefficient only when it's working above 300 degrees. This means that you need to actuate the brake with power and very often. If you think of your use of your brake during your home work route, you are not braking that hard for so much time. This will mean that when you actuate the brake the first time, those will be too cold and you wouldn't feel the power of braking and you go straight. This is why it's only used on a race event when riders are pushing the limit of this component and can keep the temperature in the correct range. Actually, what we do in race is trying to keep the range to not go too high. We are trying to keep it as cool as possible. And yes, I think this is basically the main difference between street and race systems. Typically, what the different teams done on the first day of free practice is to bedding a new set of disc and pads. So they just do a very brief run, maybe 5-6 laps basically, to have the pads connect properly with the disc to couple correctly. As soon then the rider says, okay, this set is good, they put this set apart. That will be the race set, both on the disc pads and caliper, and they use other sets, usually 2, that they have already used on previous event to do the free practice, qualify and everything. And as soon as there is the sprint or the race on Sunday, they use again the set they have bedding and that they have used before, and they usually use this process in the next races. If the race set that has been used on one race has still a good thickness of both pads and disc, can be also the race set of the next one. As soon as it goes low, that will be the set will be used for free practice, and a new one will be brought to the team. I think the first thing that came up to my mind is reliability. As we were saying before, during the race event, the teams need to focus on other things than brakes. You need to be safe for them to be 100% sure that the brake is working, so they can focus on tire management, engine brake management, how the rider feels on the turn 9, how the rider feels at the exit of turn 5. So for them it's very important that the brake is stable, confident, and reliable through all the seasons. And adding all the season that we have delivered this performance for them is really, really important, this kind of reliability. And of course, carbon material. We are the only one that is able to deliver this kind of friction material at the moment. We will see if it stays like this in the future. But of course, having the ability to machine this kind of product and having them stabilized, as we say, reliability in terms of wear and everything is, I think, the winning factor for us.